This new release from Simon Hurley and Ranger is Fish-tastic.
Hi everyone, my name is Brennan and welcome to
Brennan's Crafty Corner.
Hi everyone, my name is Brennan and I am so happy to finally be posting my face in another video. It has been forever, it has been too long, but today I am here to share with you Simon Hurley and Ranger's new release together. It is so much fun. It's sea themed, there's a couple stencils, a couple stamps, and some new solar sprays. The new colors are really nice. I've been enjoying solar sprays a ton, and I'm going to show you a couple of ways to use it and one way to enhance your background when stamping. Just a quick note, these products were sent to me free of charge, and it's only fair that I tell you this so you know ahead of time, but that does not sway my opinion in any manner. I really love these products. I have enjoyed these products. I've bought Simon's products way before I was getting sent anything on YouTube, so I truly do love them. So without further ado, let's get into this video so you can see the release and the card I made, because why would you be here otherwise? You obviously want to see my card, duh. Also, just very quickly before we get into it, at the very end, I'll explain my disappearance, we'll call it, from YouTube, and I'll be getting back. I'll be getting into that a little bit more. Hi everyone, I am finally back. It's been a while. I will hopefully getting back to my normal posting schedule, but today I have an amazing new release from Simon Hurley that I am so incredibly excited to share. There are so many fun nautical themed items and some more solar sprays. So let me just pull them out. Let me pull them out. So I thought we'd start with the core items of the release. So there's 2 stencils, a peel apart background stamp, a clear stamp set, and then the coordinating dies for the clear stamp set. So our first stencil is this amazing geometric bubbly stencil. Now, I love a good geometric stencil, and this can be the perfect touch to your project since it's small, it can be subtle, or you can make it the star of the show if you want. Next up is this really cool fish stencil. It's called Fish Frenzy, and you could pair this with a lot of the other items in the release to make some awesome cards. Next up, and I think this might be my favorite thing in this release, is the peel apart rubber background stamp called Saltwater. Now, this is just another really fun design. It's giving me almost Zentangle vibes, where you just take your pencil or pen or whatever you're writing utensil, and just move it along the paper and follow your lines. It's giving me that vibes, but it could be waves. It could just be, once again, a nice touch to the background. It's so great. I really love this. And the fact that it peels apart into 3 different pieces. And then lastly, for the main part of the release, is the stamp set. Is the clear photopolymer stamp set, and that's Under the Sea. So there are a bunch of sea creatures here. We have a squid, and technically not an octopus, but we'll call it an octopus. You call them something when they have 7 legs. I don't know. It's fine. It's still an octopus, I'm gonna call it. A couple of different fish. I will not be identifying those. A lobster, crab, and some fun sentiments, including some nice fish themed / sea themed ones. So happy birthday, you're really cool. I love that one. Oh, carp, you're incredible, which is perfect for crafting as well. So if you have a crafting stamp set or something, you could pair that with that. Celebrate down at the bottom. So this is a really fun release and a really fun stamp set. And also to go with this is the coordinating dies. I just don't have the actual proper packaging. You will, I don't, but that's okay because I don't need it. I just have the dies. In the moment you all have been waiting for, the 6 new solar spray colors. So the new colors are Pity Party, Twin Flame, Sublime, Trust Fund, Neptune, and Deep End. Now, I love these names. Trust Fund's hilarious. And these are some new awesome colors to add to the line. They'll show up more on black cardstock than on your white cardstock. However, I've been using solar spray recently to add just a little bit of touch to my background. So what I'll do is I'll shake the bottle first, open it, and then I'll dip a paintbrush in and just spatter it on. You could use the tube and the nozzle to do so. I just use a paintbrush because I find it easier. And that's one of the really amazing ways to use this because you still get the color shine. Also, in addition to the sprays and the regular crafting products in the release, there are a couple we'll call add-on products. You can buy new nozzles for your solar sprays now if they get clogged, or for some reason if you need or want a new nozzle. Those are available, as well as Simon has a new type of cardstock out. This is watercolor cardstock. So I'm going to start making this card, and I'm going to start with the background. So I have the saltwater peel apart background stamp, and just in case you've never seen a peel apart, it literally peels apart. Right now, it's just being held together by these tiny little pieces of rubber, kind of like a Stampers Anonymous set where you'd have the stamps and then the excess rubber and you have to kind of rip them out almost. So all you would do would just be tear them apart. You can use them as separate stamps. You could use 2 of them together. You could use all 3 together. But whatever you're doing, they will go back together like a stamp set once you put them on the carrier sheet. So I am actually going to end up using that watercolor cardstock. So I have my stamp here and I'm going to go in with some High Tide Stellar ink. So I'm just going to ink this up. But we have pretty equal coverage there. So now, I've never done this before, but I'm going to take some solar spray and spray it on. But first, I'm going to spritz a little bit of water on here to get the ink almost moving a little. So I have the water spritzed on, and I'm going to spray out and I'm going to shake the solar spray. Because at the bottom, you'll have all the powder. So you need to shake it so you don't have the powder anymore. So this Neptune spray appears to be all good to go. So I'm going to take off that cap and I'm going to pump it up so it can spray. And then I'm just going to spray it on like so. Just so it's in part of it. I don't want it to be total covered because I still want to be able to see the high tide. So now I'm going to take the watercolor cardstock. I'm going to take the side that has a little bit more tooth to it and put that down onto the stamp. And now we are going to stamp it out. Okay, that was a decent amount of water, and I'm not seeing any warping yet, which is good. I'm not saying it won't happen, I'm just saying it's not happening right now. I think we're good to peel back. And that looks nice. There's a slight shimmer in there. I don't know if you all can see it at the moment. I definitely can, but it will be much more prominent when it dries. So I am going to set this off to the side to dry. Okay, so I let the background air dry because you know what? It's the only fair test. And it didn't really warp at all. I will say, it did a good job at not warping. And obviously it wasn't like swimming in a pool of liquid, but it was pretty wet on that stamp. So I gotta say, the watercolor paper held up well. The color is vibrant, so it did well. It did its job well. And now, once again, I'm just going to go in with that Neptune Solar Spray, and this time I'm just going to splatter a little bit more of it on. And this is what I've been doing to the card backgrounds, like I said earlier, and I absolutely love how it looks. So I'm just going to take my paintbrush, I'm going to rub a little bit off against the side, and I'm just going to splatter it on. And there we go. This is actually going to do 2 things. It's going to make some spots on the green stamp part look a little bit darker, and it's just going to add a little bit of shine to some of that white area, like up at the top right there. In between the green, there's some shine, which I think looks nice. So with my High Tide ink pad, I did a little bit of ink swiping to create some custom colored cardstock. And I'm going to go in with an oval from the Essential Stylish Ovals die set from Spellbinders I'm going to cut it out on here, and I'm going to put it on the card as like the focal point, and we'll build whatever sea creatures we're using around it. However, I would suggest that if you're going to do this technique, make sure you have the re-inker, because as you can see, this ink pad is much lighter than it was before. So if you're going to do this technique, just make sure you have the re-inker, because it does take a lot of ink to do, to make your own cardstock after all. And also, just for an alternative from doing swinking for this color, if you're making the exact same card I'm doing or using the exact same colors and you want that color cardstock, Sea Glass from Concord and Ninth would be a very similar match. It's slightly lighter, but you could always go in with some of the ink from High Tide and darken it up slightly without having to do all the swinking and using all the ink to do so. Okay, so I popped up the oval with a little bit of foam tape, which I did not film because struggle bus. And now I want to figure out my placement of these sea creatures. I know for a fact that I want to do the octopus. This one's just like calling my name, or septa, whatever. I'm just going to call it an octopus. I feel like, because I want to do more than one. I don't want it just to be one. But I also don't want to cover too much of the background either, so that's like an issue. Okay, so I think this is the layout I'm going to go with. The octopus at the top, the squid on the bottom left-hand side, and then this fish on the bottom right-hand side, somewhere around here. And I'll put a sentiment, once again, somewhere. I just need to see these all stamped out and put on here before I do that. So I have my stamp wheel pulled out, and I have all the stamps laid out on it. I have them far enough apart where I should be able to do this all in one go. So for the octopus, I was thinking Midnight Snack. That was feeling like the right color. For the squid, 100% juice. I kind of want to do Triple Berry from the original line of inks. It will stamp better if I do 100% juice, so I'm thinking I'm going to do 100% juice. And then for the little fish down here, Clear Skies. So I'm just going to rub these down and rub these off, because sometimes there can be a little residue and you won't get the best stamp the very first time using a brand new stamp. So I just like to rub them down, and typically that helps. So I'm going to go in on that octopus with Midnight Snack, just that nice deep blue color. Then I'm going to go in with 100% juice on that squid, that nice purple color. Okay, I am liking my choice with 100% juice now. I think I just need to see it on the stamp, and I'm liking it. And then lastly, clear skies for our little fish friend. And now we're going to flip and stamp. Ooh, they all look really nice. I think I am going to, however, do the octopus one more time because I want it nearly black. That's like almost dark enough for me, but not quite. So we're just going to give it one more go because I want it dark. There we go. That's looking nice and almost mysterious like I wanted it. And everything stamped well, so I'm happy with it. Also, can I love this fish anymore? It has tiny little flowers on it, and there's a flower on the squid too. I don't think the octopus does, but a lot of the fish and sea creatures in this set do have flowers on them, so of course I love them. And now I'm going to play 52 die pickup to find the correct coordinating die. Let's go. Okay, that really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. They're rather larger dies, so it's not super duper hard. But I have 3 now, so I'm just going to lay them on here and tape them down and then run it through my die cutting machine. So we have our little sea creature friends here all done. I really like how they came out. So now it's time to put them on the card. Actually, okay, I'm going to change the layout slightly. I'm going to do it like this so they're more on the center than off. And then I can put my sentiment at the bottom. So I think I might do celebrate. So I could have a celebrate card, or it could be a birthday card, just either or. Okay, I think this is how I'm going to lay it out. So I'm going to glue these down and also pop a little foam tape on the back once again, because some parts are hanging off just slightly. So I don't want them to like flop around and possibly like, I don't know. I just want them to end well. And there we go. We have all of our ocean friends on the card. And the last thing to do is add that celebrate stamp. Now, I am going to go crazy. I'm going to stamp it directly onto the card base. If I regret it, I can cover it in cardstock and just try it again. So the world will not end if I mess this up. At least I don't think it will. Maybe it will. What if the world explodes, guys? Guys, hold on, guys. What if we... No, it'll be fine, I think. My craft room may blow up if I don't stamp this correctly, so everyone cross your fingers, cross your toes, maybe don't cross your eyes. Don't cross your eyes. But yeah, cross everything, because I'm going to need... Why did I place that? I placed that, like, perfect already. It's, like, too perfect. We're just going to very slowly, very carefully, not make any sudden movements, pull out the stamp wheel again, and we're going to get it in here. I almost want to go back in with the High Tide color ink, but I'm not sure if it will show enough. So instead, I'm actually going to go in with some of the Black Widow. So we have the sentiment like perfectly aligned at the bottom there. So now I am just going to go in with some Black Widow ink, also from the Stellar collection of Simon Hurley ink, and just ink the stamp up. Can you tell I've been using it by my fingerprints all over the back? So we're going to flip it and stamp. There we go. That looks pretty good. I love how this card came out. Fairly different for me. Technically still flowers on it, but it's really fun. And now for the final step for this card, it's honestly extremely hard and complicated. I don't know if everyone's going to be able to do it, but we're going to glue it to our card base. There we go. There is our finished card. This is I really love how this card came out. That Neptune color of Solar Spray was great to go with this card. I love how there are new colors now. And it was a really fun nautical ocean-themed card. Well, more ocean-themed than nautical. But a really fun water, we'll say, themed card. I really love it. Okay, so how do you like the card? That crazy step at the end. I don't know why. I always just like to say that. Like, we're going to do a crazy step. It's just a card base. It's always just a card base. It's always going to be just a card base. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do end up wanting to purchase any of these products, I will link them below. It will probably just be like a master list on Ranger of like all of Simon's products because they're unreleased right now, so I can't get the links if that makes sense. If it doesn't, just ignore it. It will be in the description box below. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and now the moment you've probably all been waiting for desperately now. The reason I've kind of been a little bit absent on YouTube recently is mainly because life. School has just gotten a little bit crazy because it was the end of my junior year, so I had a bunch of AP tests because I do take as many AP classes as my school allows, so I have a lot in that aspect. And then I also had to study for all my finals coming up, and it's just a very important year, my junior year. And I was listening to a Carole King song, and one of the lines in the song is, "I sure hope the road doesn't own me." And I was like, wait. Crafting has started to absorb everything I do, and the content creation is like taking way too much. I'm like, whoa. So I was like, okay, let me take a step back. Let me take a little break. Let me take my break. So I stepped back from the design teams that I was on that required YouTube or video commitments, and I kind of just stepped back from YouTube in general. I'm still very much posting on Instagram. Instagram's just easier because, you know, you take a photo, you take 5 minutes to edit the photo, you post it. For YouTube, you take 2 hours to film a video, sometimes more, a couple hours to edit it, an hour or so to upload it, and blah, 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 and it just gets so taxing, especially when I overcommit myself, as I often would, and I wanted to stop crafting, or stop filming. So I was like, okay, let's take a step back so we don't hate it anymore. So it's not from lack of ideas, it's not from lack of wanting to do it, it's just from knowing that filming a YouTube video shouldn't be the main thing I'm focusing on. It shouldn't be the thing I'm like worrying about at the end of the week, like, oh my gosh, I have to do this. So that's why I took a little time off, a little break. But I will be coming back. I still technically post it like once a month maybe, but I do want to start posting more. Hopefully during the summer I can try to do, I do want to do a video a week during the summer. Hopefully I'll get back to my 2 video a week schedule during the summer as well. But yeah, I'm very excited to be back. I'm happy to be making YouTube videos again. I love teaching. It's just the editing aspect that I hate. Keep an eye out for Christmas and July content. Maybe every Wednesday there'll be a special video, wink wink. But thank you all so much for listening to that and watching my videos. And yeah, just in general, thank you all so much for your support. And there might be special stuff in the works happening. I don't know. But thank you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said earlier, probably about 20 minutes ago at this point, the products will be linked in the description below in case you want to purchase them. Have an amazing rest of your day, and bye everyone. Happy crafting.